You know, the roadblocks are meant to stop you from getting to your purpose. The definition of resilience is advancing, the ability to advance in life despite life's challenges and the adversity that you dealt with or that you are currently dealing with. But the key is having the tools that you need to be able to break down those roadblocks. We got to keep that at the forefront of our mind and our thought process as we're trying to advance in life, because sometimes we get lost in the weeds, right? Sometimes we become an anchor and hold ourselves back because we mirror some of the things that we love, some of the people that we love, and we fall into their world, although a higher power has put a higher purpose on your life. And he's not gonna wait but so long for you to get your stuff together so that you can advance in life despite adversity. What is resilience and why does it matter? And I want to take my time with this. You see, the quick answer to what is resilience is advancing in life despite the challenges and adversities that you dealt with or currently dealing with. I'm going to repeat that. The definition, at least my definition, of resilience is advancing, the ability to advance in life despite life's challenges and the adversity that you dealt with or that you are currently dealing with. The main question is, and I guess the hard part about it is, when advancing in life, there's a lot of sacrifices that needs to be made. Some of those sacrifices it's tough. And being a resilient individual, you have to let go of a lot. That includes things, that includes people, that includes the things that you love the most, sometimes the people that you love the most. You have to assess all situations for the betterment of yourself and everybody around you, but not at the detriment of you. So advancing in life, despite life's challenges and the adversity that you're dealing with or that you've dealt with, is really what resilience is. And why does it matter? It really matters because everybody that's walking the face of this earth has some type of purpose, right? We all have a purpose. Now, whether you tapped into that purpose or you haven't tapped into that purpose yet, you know, advancing in life is still the actual goal, right? And somewhere along the line, somewhere along the actual journey of life, you will eventually identify that purpose. And the hard part about that on this journey of life is you begin to realize that everybody are not fit to travel with you on this journey as you advance in life. And it's some of the most difficult conversations that you have to have. It's some of the most difficult feelings that you will ever feel. And you just have to trust God and be faithful on this journey. Be intentional about advancing in life. But again, not at the detriment of yourself and not at the detriment of everybody else. But I do understand that sometimes we want to hold the things and the people we love close while still trying to advance. And some of those things and people are holding you down. It's kind of like a ship in the ocean. You know, the ship utilizes the anchor when it wants to pause, you know, just kind of set still. And when it's time to move, you have to lift that anchor. But see, sometimes that anchor can get stuck, right? I mean, I'm not a captain of a ship, but sometimes the anchor gets stuck in the weeds, in the rocks, and all the whatever is down at the bottom of the ocean, and won't allow you to move forward. So some things or people in your life may be stuck, right? And your love for them, your admiration for them is keeping you in the same place that you really don't want to be and that you know you shouldn't be, because you know there's a bigger purpose for your life. If that anchor is stuck, eventually you got to cut it, right? And why does that matter? Because we don't always want to cut that anchor. You probably grew fond of that anchor. This might have been your favorite anchor, but all in all, it's just the anchor. In my years in the field of mental health and working with a lot of individuals from adolescents to adults, you speak with them a lot, you meet with them a lot, you have these sessions, and you have a lot of people who want to do better, want to be better, but they're holding on to these things. They're holding on to these people that's in their world, that's in their circumference, that's essentially an anchor, right? But how do you tell other people that the thing that they love, that the people that they love is holding them back, especially when they grew fond of those things and those people? It's a difficult task. And it's not on me to tell you that. It's to paint the picture, connect the dots so that you can see that for yourself, and ultimately you can make that decision on how you are going to move forward. But it's not the easiest thing to do, right? So we started with the question, what is resilience and why does it matter? I think that us as people wanting to grow, wanting to do better and be better and see better, we hold on to things that no longer serve us, but it hurts so bad to let those things go because you really don't want to let them go. But those things and those people aren't helping you advance. And I think that life is all about advancing. It's all about growth, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, financially. These are aspects of life, socially. These are aspects of life that we have to all grow in. We all have room to grow, but sometimes we have to let go of the things that are holding us back, despite how you feel. Pain is temporary. Joy is forever. And I think that we got to keep that at the forefront of our mind and our thought process as we're trying to advance in life, because sometimes we get lost in the weeds, right? Sometimes we become an anchor and hold ourselves back because we mirror some of the things that we love, some of the people that we love, and we fall into their world, although a higher power has put a higher purpose on your life. And he's not going to wait but so long for you to get your stuff together so that you can advance in life despite adversity, despite the struggles and the challenges that you go through, that you dealt with, or that you're currently dealing with. A lot of us have mental health challenges. A lot of us have trauma. A lot of us have relational issues. A lot of us have professional issues. And it's hard to see, it's hard to be clear, it's hard to gain clarity about how you should navigate those spaces if you haven't been there before. So it's very important to seek out professionals, right, for help, but also for guidance, to make sure some of the decisions that you make are not irrational decisions and that they're justified in the direction that you're going in life and the things that you've done to protect yourself, those things, and those people that's around you. Essentially what I'm saying is if you've done your job and nothing else is changing, then sometimes you got to move on. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again but expecting different results. At what point do you realize it has to change? You have to be conscious of those things. You have to be mindful of where you want to be. Not only where you want to be, but what's your purpose? What should you be? In life, we all have to set goals, right? And be intentional about those goals. And anytime you hear me speak, I will always speak about goals. Having a target date and a start date, right? And having an objective. But most importantly, have a plan of action. What are the action steps that will help you accomplish those goals? You see, on this journey of life, there will be a lot of distractions. So if you don't have a plan, any and everything can pull you away, right? If you're trying to walk a straight line without a plan, it's going to be very difficult to stay on that straight line because there are going to be many attractions along the way. So you have to be laser focused on that journey. And it's going to be a lot of roadblocks. And the roadblocks come in all different forms, all different shapes, all different sizes. And you got to be careful, right, of those attractions and those distractions. You got to be careful of them because some of them are going to seem like, oh man, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. But when you spend time in that area, you realize it's not for you. But again, we don't always know what's right for us immediately. Everything takes time. But if you stay laser focused and you block out the distractions and you get to the destination and the actual goal that you're trying to get to, what was supposed to distract you on that journey wouldn't affect you that much. I'm not going to say that you can't look to the left, look to the right, and you can't entertain a specific distraction, whatever that may be. But the main thing is get right back on the path. Get right back on the path. Because without it, it would be definitely difficult to accomplish the things that you say you want to accomplish. So when we talk about resilience and advancing in life despite the challenges and the adversity, those roadblocks that I mentioned, that's the adversity. And they can look, again, all different types of ways. But the key is having the tools that you need to be able to break down those roadblocks. The roadblocks are meant to stop you from getting to your purpose. So it's like, first we have to identify what our purpose is, right? And if we identify what our purpose is, then nothing should stop us from accomplishing that purpose. It's the individuals and, some of us who don't realize what our purpose is. And if you're like me, you spend a lot of time thinking certain things was your purpose, or you put certain things and people in the way of your purpose because of the love and the admiration of those things and people. And personally, on my journey of life, I've had to restart my purpose over and over again for reasons that I had no control over. It's painful. It hurts. It gotta be real. When you realize that what you thought was your purpose is now gone. I'm no perfect person, never claimed to be. But I do know that there's a purpose in my life, and I'm headed in the right direction because that purpose, the purpose that I now identify with, there's no changing. There's no restarting. There's no giving up. There's not even an anchor that can stop me from fulfilling that purpose. But the hardest part on this journey that I'm traveling personally is realizing that everybody can't go. But everything happened by chance. Nothing is a mistake. Um, you know, my entire life, I chased perfection, only to find out that perfection does not exist, right? And the reality is, you know that, but you put so many distractions in your way of your purpose, sometimes intentional, sometimes unintentionally. And I think that a lot of our habits put us in a box that creates lack of clarity for what we are supposed to be as opposed to what we want to be. You know, one of my mentors, told me, years ago, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And he'd been laughing for a while. So I had to get off my plans and walk in his purpose for me. And that's the direction that I'm going in. So resilient minds. Resilient minds. It's about helping those who want the help, guiding those who want the guidance, so that they can advance in life despite the challenges and the adversity that they're dealing with or that they've dealt with. It's about helping those who want to help those who are lost. It's about giving the support and the guidance, speaking about the experiences, because there's a lot of people who are dealing with the same type of experiences and are stuck. Either an anchor is holding them back or they have became that anchor. And when you realize that you've became your own anchor, it's time to make a change. Because when you realize that you have a purpose in this world and you're not fulfilling that purpose, he ain't gonna wait for so long. All the gifts that you receive from a higher power will eventually diminish because you're not walking the walk that was set out for you to walk. So you're talking about like what is resilience and why does it matter? Resilience is the thing that matters the most in life because we're going to always go through challenges. We're going to always go through adversity. Not having the tools to break through those roadblocks that will present themselves is very detrimental to our future and our purpose. So it's important to fill your minds up, your mental, with knowledge and the information that you need, not only for yourself, but for those around you, so that you can lift up the next person, so that you can help the next person fulfill their purpose and gain some type of fulfillment in this journey called life. The worst thing that we can do is travel life without a purpose and just aimlessly, because we don't have anything that we actually aiming to accomplish. You just go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. Go to sleep, wake up, do it all over again. But what are you actually aiming for? There's a bigger calling on all of our lives, but it's on you to recognize what it is. I can't tell you what it is. But I think that you need to surround yourself with those who can help you identify what that vision is, what it looks like, what it feels like. But most importantly, when those challenges hit, when that adversity hit, you got somebody that can help guide you in a direction that you need to be guided. You know, those challenges and that adversity, those are some of those distractions that we spoke about. And surrounding yourself around the right type of individuals that can help put you back on the path that you need to be on so that you can, progress. Everything about resilience matters. Every single day. Every day we wake up, every day we go to sleep. For yourself, for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones. I spend a lot of time thinking of how to shorten the gap that exists between mental health, emotional intelligence, actual goal setting for those who need it most. Everybody don't need it. Everybody don't need what we have. But those who do really need it. So it's important to be able to provide tools, skills, knowledge, and information to those who need it and can utilize it so that they can apply it to their daily lives so that they can advance in life despite the struggles and the challenges, right? It's a big task that I have. And I don't think that I chose it. I think it was just given to me. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm always asking myself, why? Why me? Right? Always. But then I follow up with another question. Why not? Why not me? As you walk with me on this journey, you'll find out a lot about me. I will be vulnerable, transparent about my life from a personal aspect, from a professional aspect, and how I was able to overcome the struggles and the challenges and the adversity that I've dealt with and currently dealing with. Give you some of the tools that I've used personally, but also used professionally to be able to overcome and advance in life. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not always pretty. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but it's the most worth it, which is why I dedicated my life to help those who need and want help, to guide those who need and want guidance, to support those who need and want support. Because everybody's not gifted. I didn't ask for it. But it's here and I'm here. I believe that knowledge is power, but I also believe that shared knowledge is even more powerful. With that said, I want you to walk with me on this journey. I want you to travel with me on this journey. And I promise you, you will receive a lot, a lot that you can take with you, that you can easily receive, you can easily digest, and you can apply to your life for the success of your future. Not only just yours, for those around you. I'm the founder of Adversity University, which is a platform, which is a mental health and life skill education platform for personal growth and guidance. And our mission is to enhance lives through personal growth, mental health, emotional intelligence, and resilience. It's not just a thing to do, it's a lifestyle. Adversity University, learning from adversity, from your own adversity, and those around you. I really believe and feel that as long as we are vulnerable, we are transparent, we're talking about the struggles that we're dealing with, we're talking about the challenges that we can't seem to overcome, we're speaking to those things. Our story resonates with more people than we know. But if we stay silent with our stories, we will never reach those people. And I'm going to just keep it a buck with you. I spend a lot of time being silent. Just like a lot of people, you wonder, how would people think of you if you tell your full story? And I follow up with, who cares? My story is my story. I ain't doing it for clout. I'm not doing it for likes. I'm doing it for the advancement of myself, my family, and those around me. So if you're with it, I want you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Adversity University, and the Resilient Minds podcast on all outlets that you can sign up for podcasts. I want to speak about a lot more, but I can't get it all out in one episode. So please subscribe, like, share, because we're going to get into some stuff, y'all. All right? And I promise you my energy is going to be different next time. I'll catch y'all next time.